to the CSI Arena and the 2018 U.S. Open 10-Ball Championships. We are hosted here in Las Vegas at Griff's Bar and Billiards, and we are proudly presented by CueSports International. Our sponsors for the event include the Rio Hotel and Casino, Simonis, Diamond, Cyclop, Acme Cases, and Predator 1080 Pure Chalk. We are being streamed live on playcsipool.com/watch-live. The match is 1-9, alternate breaks, rack your own. Right now I'd like to introduce our two opponents for this match. First up from Canada, he's sponsored by Ariel Carmeli Cues, The Spot Billiards, and 3-Second Cases. Let's put our hands together for the Lion, Mr. Alex Pagulayan! And his opponent, hometown man, Las Vegas, Nevada. He's sponsored by Jam Up Apparel. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Oscar Dominguez. And now I would like to turn the microphone over to our exceptional commentators in the booth, Freddie Ognier and George Tanchea. Gentlemen, take it away. Gentlemen, have a great match.
Thank you, John, for that great introduction.
We're in day 2 of the U.S. Open 10-Ball Championship.
Yes, and this is our third round winners side. We have Alex Pagulayan and Oscar Dominguez, the big O, and the Lion.
Oscar's just recently moved to Las Vegas,
yes.
and now considers himself a hometown hero, which is great.
Well, he's a hero anywhere he goes.
No matter
along with
what.
Alex.
Alex wins the lag.
Some of Alex's sponsors, I think. Freddie, did you have something to say about some of Alex's sponsors?
I think John mentioned them. He shoots with the Ariel Carmeli Cue. He has 3-second cases. And
those are Japanese.
That's right, Japanese. And he shoots out of Le Spot Billiards. His fourth most very important sponsor is Looking for More. So all you out there, check out the Looking for More sponsors for Alex Pagulayan.
We had a good time with that when they were practicing just before the introductions. There's 45 entrants into the U.S. Open. This is the second day, day 2. These guys are racing the 9 on diamond 9-foot tables with broken pockets. You heard the list of sponsors. We're at Griff's Bar and Billiards, home of the U.S. Opens. Later to come this year will be the straight pool. More information on that is coming out day by day. Meanwhile, we're off and running here with the break by Alex.
Alex, perfect break. The second ball went right in the side pocket, as is normal when you're breaking them well. Cue ball got kicked down table, but he's got a good look at the 1 ball.
Yeah, looks real good, actually. And he's laying pretty natural as long as he comes by the 5 for position on the 2. Doesn't get behind the 5 ball.
This table was playing a little bit difficult yesterday, a little tighter pockets, and the speed control is confusing a few people.
He's come all the way
He's
around.
come all the way around here.
And
does this ball go anywhere?
Might go in the side past the 9. Oh, I don't think so. Great camera angle. He's got some work to do here now. He really does.
Yeah, if he makes this 9 ball, the 5 ball plays huge from to negotiate. Because the 2 ball's going up table.
Yeah, I think
5 balls, so he's just going to go ahead and play
5,
the safety. Why not? Look at the speed control. You know,
that was awesome.
Anytime you try to hook on 1 ball, if you can freeze it, you take care of a lot of the 1 railers.
You take away a lot when
2
you put 'em up
railers.
against the ball. Yeah. Well, while Oscar figures out what to do with this, as he looks at this, some of the third round winners that went off at 11 o'clock, he had a big match and a beautiful match by Mitch Elderman and Shane Van Boning, which Mitch won. And then you had Hatch over Omar Al-Shaheen. Al-Shaheen. I don't know why I couldn't say it. I've been saying it all week. Aranas over Foldis. Corey Dool over Chris Robinson in a Hill match. Chris having to break dry. And then we have this one right here. And we got some other matches going on. Oscar's going to have a while figuring this one out, huh?
Yeah, you can see that by Alex just about freezing the cue ball to 5. There's no one rail kick, and there's no 2-rail kick, as you mentioned before. There's no 2-rail kick up table or 1-rail kick. There might be a 3-rail kick down table, but Oscar would have to be jacked up over the 5. So what a tremendous safety.
Another match is just that just kicked off is Dennis Orcullo over versus Sean Wilkie.
Sean gets some Wilkie shot pretty well yesterday.
Yeah. Ronnie Alcano versus Ian Costello. So we got some great pool being played here at Griff's. And Oscar decided he's going to go 2 rails at this. No, he doesn't. He's going to be moving the 7 ball and tying something up, it looks like.
And this is how strong that safety was, because that's what Oscar has resorted to.
He's checking the 4, see if it goes.
Oscar did not shake his head, and therefore he must have covered that 4.
It's covered up. Yeah,
But there's a carom. You know, this isn't going to be easy. And Alex is ball in hand, so.
The 3 ball lays in a good place. If Alex can get by the 5 ball, he can take care of the 4 ball if he has to. That 3 ball by the side pocket allows Alex a lot of latitude.
Yeah, and there's no question. If he goes 2-3 to the 4, it's a pretty simple safety if there's nothing else to do.
But what a great time we had yesterday watching some great match after match after match. We had a couple of players struggle. We had a couple of players excel.
Yeah.
It was just a great day at Griff's watching the U.S. Open talent show off their stuff.
I want to talk about Sean Wilkie for a second, who made it through on the first round on this table here. But he dispatched Josh Roberts to the west side.
That's a big win.
That's a huge win for Sean. Sean's a great player out of the Northeast.
And we all know how. He missed this ball.
This
wow. You don't see that every day.
Well,
it didn't skid. It didn't. He just
skid,
missed it.
Right,
he just aimed it right into the rail.
Right into the rail. Didn't sound like a skid, but.
And now Oscar has to face his own safety.
Isn't that interesting?
This is the results of his own safety.
This is the results. This ball is close, but because of these diamond tables and because this is the tightest table that they're playing on this tournament, I don't think that ball goes in the corner pocket.
Well, he's got the option to move it or just push it by and freeze him on the 7.
Sure.
But he had the angle where he could do something with it if he wanted to.
You almost play this so good that you're tempted to play one of the shots that you probably wouldn't have if you had come up with a worse angle. And
not up against it, but
not up against it, and the 1-rail kick is
available.
What do you give his odds here to make this ball and get on the 5?
If he goes 2 rails at this kick, getting on the 5 is high percentage. Making this is actually pretty high percentage. I think he makes this ball. Yeah.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Good percentage.
If the ball slows down, which is going to.
That's why, when I looked at what Oscar had with the 3 ball, I thought he was going to go after that ball and move it.
Right.
Because he could draw the ball over, but it was touchy. You hit it on the bottom, you could scratch. You hit the back part of it was hard to hit the back part of the 7. So he did what he felt was right, and Alex just did it better.
Yeah. With Oscar's shot, I guess I'm surprised that he sat pretty good on it, that he could just drive that ball not hanging in the pocket, just drive it to the side rail there at the very least, but he didn't.
That's the major problem with leaving the ball close to a pocket when you play safe.
Right.
It's gonna,
you got to kick at it. You have
this talent's gonna kick it in with position.
With position, exactly what you said. His percentages, Alex's percentage of getting on position if he goes 2 rails to that ball was pretty high, right?
Yeah, I thought so.
And you see here, Alex is a bit, he's scratching his head because it looks perfect, but it ran farther than he thought it was going to. We've had the challenge where coming off the end rail of the head of the table has been a little bit faster. He's perfect here, but he's going to remember the speed. He was planning on coming another diamond shorter than that.
Well, even the players of this caliber, when they don't get exactly where they want to get and they don't like the shot, they kind of get disgruntled, but they're going to deal with it. An amateur with a shot like that, they beat themselves up, and all of a sudden they're missing the ball.
All right.
And they're not really out of line.
Whereas I think Alex was probably saying, okay, I want it there. It went a diamond long. It's going long that way. And therefore, you adjust.
Yeah. And they'll make those adjustments. And just sometimes you just overhit it. Your adrenaline's a little bit more than you want it.
That too.
You know, so 1-0. Let's see if we can stay on break. This gentleman here, nice break. Look
nice
at this.
break.
There goes
Boy,
the one
that's a
ball.
nice
Look at this
It's
one
gotta
ball.
Stay up for him.
Yeah, of course.
Perfecto. Oh, the 9-4. The 9-4.
Where's the 3?
Unfortunately.
When I see a problem, the first thing I look for is how can I deal with it, and so I look at the 3 to see what to do with it. The 2's out of play.
Both of them are on the other side of the
Yep,
the
they're on
table
the other
for him.
side of the world there.
I noticed that Oscar's break form, if you did it in slow motion, was very, very similar to Ernesto's. I guess I'm not surprised. I guess I'm not surprised. They do have slight differences, but it was similar, of the same style of break.
Right. Well, you know, the leaves
Apple.
don't fall.
There you
The
go.
apple don't fall far from the tree, and they do play together. They do, you know, do a lot together. So. I like him playing safe off this 4. I like him getting position for the 3 to get up by the corner pocket on the high side of the table and push that ball kind of like what he did the last shot.
The last shot.
But better.
Let's see what happens. We can get to the 2 to the 3 so he can play that shot. That's pretty good. Hold up.
Perfect. He's perfect. Now he
Perfect,
comes
right to the 10 ball.
right to the 10 ball, and he'll be able to eat right there. That's exactly where he wants to be. And just because he can lock him up between the rail and the 9. He'll be able to hit this a little harder and lock him up between the rail and the 9.
Watch your speed
Oh,
here.
he's gone
Watch
too
your
much.
speed.
He's overran it.
Oh, boy.
He's in trouble. Now he's got a kick and stick. Yeah, he's okay.
He's okay to kick and stick?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Oh, this is lock up here.
Except
He's got to make sure it clears the 10.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got
No,
it.
he
It
doesn't
doesn't.
like it.
It doesn't clear the 10. Oh, it might. It's so close.
But yeah, he definitely went
Let's hope
way
he
too
doesn't-
far.
Let's hope he doesn't overcompensate. And he does. He did. He overcompensated for and didn't hold the ball. And instead, Alex is going to lock him up. He's either going to lock him up behind this 9 ball or find something else to do. I would put it behind the 9. Let's see what Alex does with it. Different styles,
Well,
different
I
folks,
don't
different
think he can-
control.
I don't know that he can hit it full in the face.
Well,
the
he doesn't
4
have to,
ball.
as long as you hit the right side of it. He can put him on the 9.
Yeah, he could pull him a 9. If he could hit
Yeah.
it full in the face, he could bank it right out of there and stick the cue ball right on the 10 ball. But
Ooh.
but I don't think I don't think he has that enough of that 4 ball. He must be able to just hit this 4 ball and get behind the 9. But it's feeling more like he has to kick this ball out.
I kind of like that. But
He's got to be able to get behind the 9.
that's right there. Just right there.
And good shot.
Yep, and he got there. I think he's given Oscar a kick on the same rail where the 4 ball is now. Yeah, just like that. This, again, if he can get, well, he's against the rail, but if he can get low on this ball, he might be able to kick the 4 and come back towards the 9 with the cue ball. Like a kick and stick, you know,
Like
and just force the ball up.
Or just
we'll see
stick
what he
it
does.
there and
See-
kick it
Yeah.
2 rails.
See what he does.
No, he tried to, but I don't.
He did.
Well,
It-
that's good.
It
That's
went nice.
Good distance anyway.
Yeah, it's. Thing is,
Not a sellout.
well, he hasn't left a shot. Well, he has. The ball banks.
Yes.
But will he take
straight
it on
back
or
and-
play safe?
Straight back and stick it there. He's not even looking, but
No, he's not looking. He's playing safe all the way.
all the way. Crawl up. Oh, good.
These guys don't want to play any low percentage shots. They're playing high percentage. Oh, he's got a good shot here. Oscar has a good shot here too. He might go for the
Free to bank.
He might go for this. This is lined up nice to bank.
Cue ball will stay down table. 4 ball go up table. If he makes it, he's on the 5. If he misses it, might be behind the 6 ball.
I want to see what he puts on this ball.
Oh, he let the cue ball loose.
Well,
He's
he
gonna-
played shape. He overcut the bank, but it's going to probably cost him the game.
Well, we had players having a tough time with this kind of cut. Let's see how Alex does here. If he misses, it'll be thick. Not thick.
It was like dead center of the pocket. Actually, it was a little to the right of the pocket by about 1/8 of an inch. He hit that ball good.
Yeah. And you know,
But yeah, that's usually missed in. I mean, it's
he
thick.
stared down the cue ball like he was, you know, he put the hand flip up because of the speed. He's still getting the speed down, but I really like the way he did that. He was just staring at the cue ball to see what the speed was versus what he stroked it.
Mm-hmm.
This is why he's one of the best players who's ever played this game. You know.
Well, they can tell within a few inches of where the ball lands, or whether it's them or or maybe something with the table.
Right, but you got to watch, you know, watch the cushions, watch everything, and he does that, right? He was just staring it down.
This table plays great. It's played, you know, it's playing tough, but I think the weather has something to do with that, and because the pocket size is they're not overly small.
No.
I've seen smaller.
The misses have been that the balls have been going into the cushions, not because of hitting the face of the pocket and not going.
No, I haven't. Exactly, that's a good point, Freddie, because I haven't really seen the table beat a player yet.
Right.
I've seen it in other instances, but not here.
Ooh.
That nibbled that little corner.
He used the point there. To
Don't say that. Nice.
Yeah,
He cuts balls. You see how well he cuts those balls down the rail?
Right.
He does a great job, right? I mean, they're right down the rail. There's an art to that, folks. To cut that ball down the rail thin like that and never catch that rail going in.
2-0, the Lion. Good look at our sponsors here. The Predator 1080 Pure Chalk Acme official case is the Cyclop balls, the TV set we've got going on here.
And just think, all those sponsors that we have up there right now are being used. You have Predator 1080 Chalk.
Diamond and Simonis are also being used, and both of them are
Cyclop,
sponsors.
yeah.
I don't see a Simonis
nice big
logo
logo
up there.
Nice big logo there at the bottom where it says Diamond.
Alex broke the balls really perfectly last time, and something down table. Oh, he didn't. That was
thank
not
you,
as
8-ball.
good.
Thank you,
helped
8-ball. Oh yeah, that ball was
And
down
balls
the
are
drain.
flying all over the place.
Oh, this looks good for this doesn't look good for Oscar. This is a good break, and Alex can kill this ball. He can come off the right side of that left side, excuse me, of the one ball and hit that top rail and kill it off the second for a shot on the one, on the two. Heck.
One ball
Shooting the
first.
one ball. Yeah.
Doubling the upper left corner, 2 ball in the corner pocket.
I'm looking at the one ball and I'm thinking about playing shape on the two, and I'm saying one ball. See, I was going to kill this ball. That's nice. It just.
Again,
he couldn't kill it.
This is the coming off the end, up the head of the table. People have been going
Long?
long.
You really think that's so?
Over and over again, and they've been coming short, going 2 or 3 rails off the bottom of the table, the foot of the table. It's easy to see it from here because we get to see match after match after match. When you're only playing to 9, by the time they get to the 5th or 6th game, they might remember it.
You just said that, Freddie, and something just clicked in my mind, and I'm thinking, okay, at the head of the table it's rolling slower. The foot of the table is rolling a little faster.
The other way. It's going the other way.
The other way, opposite?
Yeah, the foot of the table has been rolling slowly off those bottom rails, and coming off the head of the table, off the top rails has been exploding out on them.
Well, then you killed my theory. I was gonna theorize that maybe that air conditioner that's at the foot of the table might be making a difference.
I think the door is. I think every time they open up the door,
the little humidity that might come in.
It's heat, all right.
Or
something
heat, yeah.
something's happening on that side.
Well, that would, yeah. It could be something with that. Climate control, folks. Climate control. Gotta live and play in a perfect bubble. 4-rail bank.
Yeah, safe
4-rail
it out
safety.
of there.
How's his speed?
That's a really nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice. The crowd should be clapping on that one.
They don't understand that shot.
Yeah, because he wasn't banking that ball. There's just no way.
No.
You know, he was definitely 4-railing that around to get the cue ball up there.
You know, and I think we've addressed that kind of safety before. Your top players play it. A lot of other players don't recognize it. At this level, of course, they all do.
They all recognize, oh, wow, that's about as thin as you could hit. So thin that the ball's going to come back down there.
That was so thin he hit it twice.
Yeah.
He hit it going down and coming back. And he's left Alex the same shot, and the 5-ball stops it there. So more than likely, Alex will hit this 4 into the 5 and try to hit the 7-ball with the cue ball. Or he just might bank at the 4.
Kick it out of there?
No, bank at it and make it and stop the cue ball there.
Oh, can he actually see full in the face? It's close.
It's close.
From that angle, looks like he can do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he went side to side.
Side to side safety.
Instead of leaning on the bottom
short
rail.
again. You know, this is again coming off of the foot of the table. It comes up shorter. You know.
But problem here is he's left Oscar a full shot.
Full shot.
Full ball.
Free to safe.
Yeah.
Free to shoot. Cue ball should be behind by the 10.
And there's the
There's
problem.
the ball and the cue ball by the 10. Unfortunately, too good behind the 10.
The old two-way bank.
Yeah. But if he can
This
reach
is
over
tough.
and make this ball, yeah, it's definitely tough. This is something that is
tough
very
shot.
difficult for me no matter what. I got a bad shoulder. I've had a bad shoulder for 20
well,
years. Very difficult for me to shoot this ball.
Problem with this shot is it gives you a false sense of security here. You think you can make this ball, but you elevate so much that, you know, what you think and what you can actually do are two different things. But Oscar knows his capabilities, so he's going to do what he knows he can do.
There's a nice shot of the wedding ring.
Big
shout out to Desiree.
Nice shot. Under any circumstances,
Really nice
that
shot.
was a nice shot.
Really nice shot.
And now this is just, it looks like he can hit follow this ball to the rail and perfect for the 9.
Or just
stop it. Yeah, or just roll it forward. Yeah,
that's it. The angles are always tricky. You know,
Yeah,
it looks
yeah,
like this is just a stun over, but he may just draw it to the side rail depending on how much angle.
As long as he doesn't draw it to the side pocket.
Right to the side rail and out.
Yellow.
You know.
And Oscar should be on the board after this shot.
That was really nice. The bank playing the safety, then the tough jacked up over the 10.
That was a very, very good shot.
It was, even though it was only like 4-ball out, 5-ball out, it was a professional out.
The opening shot, exactly. That was just, I can't say enough about shots like that. Those are tough.
Oscar Dominguez is sponsored by Jam Up Apparel. You can see the nice shirt there with a small logo.
That's right. It can't be a big logo.
Can't be a big one.
No. Yeah, for all you apparel makers out there, the big logos on the back don't work well for the U.S. Opens.
No bueno.
No bueno. They have to be a certain size. So.
Really nice break.
Look at this.
These guys have, these top players have figured out how to break 10-ball, at least to make it competitive. We had players before that their break was just such a big advantage. Not as big as an advantage anymore now that everybody's kind of figuring out how to break, especially with the template rack. This magic ball rack or any of the template racks. The 2-ball, I don't believe, passes the 8. If it does, he just play for it. He's looking. He almost, I don't know how close he was to fouling there because he's looking at the 2-ball. You'd think, yeah, no problem. He's not going to have a problem. But he seemed like he was right on top of that cue ball when he eyed down that 2. That'd be an embarrassing foul, wouldn't it?
If it's that close, I wouldn't bother with it. Just play the 2-ball on the 6. Play the 2-6. Send the 2-ball down to the corner pocket for position and proceed with your run out. But it looks easy up here, folks. It looks real easy. Down there, it's different. But then sometimes you just get something in your head, and you just don't think about the others. He just wants to make it in that corner pocket. Now he's going to prove to us that he can make it in that corner pocket.
This is one of those where you feel like you want to be just on the other side of the line 2 inches to the left as he views it with the cue ball.
Now, see, he's still looking at it, so.
Couldn't have been that easy.
Yeah, exactly. That's my whole point. I know the 2-6 is easy, but I'm not going to question Oscar. I was going to say he'll rob me playing, so.
Yeah. Here we go. Well, if he makes this, he should get out, but he still has to play some kind of
Well,
position. He looks like he's
still
drawing
not
the ball.
happy.
5 balls next. Shouldn't he be floating down, George?
Well, you don't want to, if it's that tight to go by there, he doesn't want to float anything. He wants to hit it. Yeah, like that, he wants to hit it. Because when you float, you remember,
you're right.
you decelerate your stroke, and it changes your aim just a hair.
Lose your
and
stroke a bit.
he couldn't afford to not hit it good.
As it is, he solved this rack. And once he gets to the 7 ball, it's throw the balls in. Easier said than done.
Some of the matches coming up later today. Well, Oscar proceeds to this with this simple tic-tac-toe out.
Oh, he had an angle on that he had to fly it forward.
Wasn't so simple tic-tac-toe,
Wasn't so simple. Now he's got to come across.
On the one-loss side, coming up. I can't read the time, it's so small. There we go, let's make it at 5 p.m. Brett Huth and Skylar Woodward. Ray Robles and Tyler Steyer. Tommy Nahar and Billy Thorpe.
Look out, 10. Look out. Nice shot. Oh, no good. He's got the same shot he just shot, except for he left it for a left-hander.
Is he going to call me in to step in?
Maybe.
Jesse Smith versus Hector Saez. Is that Rob Saez? Yeah, it's Rob Saez.
Rob Saez.
Matt Edwards, Alex Olinger. Eklund Kachi and Andrew Dealing. Michael Yednek and Josh Roberts. Alan Bain and Robert Ferry. He's in a little bit of trouble here, folks. He's got to reach over this, and he's not left-handed. Isn't that what Freddie said?
Yes.
I was looking at the thing, and I looked up and I said, he's in trouble. He got tough there.
I'm surprised he's in this position, but here we go.
And the grinder.
He hit this one really good, and he kicked in front of the pocket. Yeah. Nice job. Hey, he deserved that.
Got a couple more matches for you. Chris Wilburn and Max Adams.
What an out.
Roger Bordeley, Barry French, Kurt Kobayashi, and Max Eberly, Jeffrey DeLuna, and Chip Compton. Those are the matches coming up on the one-loss side. So we got quite a bit of pool. Here
quite
at
a bit
Griff's.
of Frank Sinatra singing behind us, too.
Yeah, one of my favorite songs. And we're tied at 2. More importantly, and Alex will break here. I believe he won the lag, so.
Yes, he did.
Watch, just listen to this monster break. You can tell these breaks just by listening to them. It sounds like they're banging the table with a hammer. How's that?
That's a pretty nice break. Did anything go in? 8 ball? Wow, 2 ball. Nothing.
Nice break, but no cigar.
No, nice break, but no cigar. All bust, but no cigar.
Oh, I'm glad you said it that way. I think Alex put this on his jukebox. He likes to do this in karaoke. You're a karaoke aficionado and participant.
I am a karaoke champion. I've won a
there you
handful
go.
of karaoke tournaments.
Now you know where that smooth voice comes from, folks.
So let's see how he hits this ball. He's got to use this extension. I've said that the players have been running a little long when they come off the head of the table.
Well,
he's got a big spot to land here. 2 rails around to the center of the table to see if he's got the speed
by his hand. Oh, he came in short.
Came off wrong,
He came in short, and he doesn't like it. I thought he might hold that up with right-hand English and come straight down the table towards the 6. because it was such a thin
Oh,
cut.
straight down the table.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was such a thin cut, and you could just use the inside English and just come straight down.
Yeah.
Or even if he goes by the 7 or even bumps the 7, he still has a better shot than what he has now.
Than what he has now.
I didn't foresee him coming short onto that ball.
You know, if
Neither
you
did he.
put the English on there, and again, kind of looking at what's happening with the table and going fast as the more spin, make it even more spin. You know, because that's a standard pattern: 2 rails doubling that corner towards the scratch past the 6 ball. You know.
Wow, is he going? Yeah, he's going this way. I like just kicking that at 1 rail.
You're saying up
Right by
table?
the 8. Right by the 8.
Oh, right by
Go
the 8
right by
between
the 8.
the.
Come back. Yes.
Well, that's a lot of scratch going on there, but
As long as you hit the left side of the ball where you have to hit it to make it, what's the difference if you give up ball in hand and have a good shot of making it or this? There you go.
hang the 10.
It was a less complicated shot. I just liked it. But, you know, last time I played Oscar, I think the score was 9-1, 10. You know, what I like and what he does are two different things.
Ball in hand for Alex, and looks like he's going to try to land this. Is he going to draw this straight back, or is he going to go 3 rails?
He's going to go 2 rails right at the 9 ball. Right at the 9 ball. Kind of like this. He went around it. Oh, you got it just perfect. He does this so well.
3 rails to the 9 ball. That's
the lion roars.
That's the Filipino stretch. A lot of people put their left leg out there as a right-hander, and most of the Filipinos plant the left leg as the inside and then lift the right leg.
Do they give lessons for that up in the Philippines?
At the local ballerina dance school, I tell you what, you know. But all of them do that, you know.
Really? I'd never noticed. I just know I had a good time one time when I was up at Hard Times. I got the pleasure of playing Efrons in one pocket, and Alex was on the table next to me, racing the 15-ball ghost and succeeding. How do you like that? And on the other table, right next to Alex's, was Francisco Bustamante taking all comers at one pocket.
How far is he going to draw this ball?
Far enough.
That's a pretty nice shot there.
Cue ball will be close to where it's at
Because
now.
you have to keep the 7 ball out of play, and you're crossing the line on a draw shot. I know he made it look easy, but that one can get away from you very quickly.
Alex makes them all look natural and easy.
He's come up the wrong line here.
He's okay because he can just draw to the left side of the 9. As long as he can see the 8, as long as he's not froze on the rail, even froze on the rail, he can make this ball. So he's okay.
Yeah, but it's not that he's okay or not okay. The ball came off wrong on him, so now he's got to think about it for the next time he plays a position shot.
He's already forgot it. Oh, he's already forgot it, Freddie, but he's not going to forget that miss for a while.
It wasn't just so easy, you know. Plus, I think that's it, that he didn't forget about it. And that's awfully tough, too, because you saw when he made that ball off the 6 ball, he immediately gave the confusing look like, what in the world just happened?
What did I just do?
And he was still thinking about it. Now the leave here for the 8 ball is kind of, does that go? Is there an actual way to make that without into the side pocket?
It looks like he can cut it into the corner. That's what he's looking at right now.
Yeah.
This is, excuse me, this is, I don't know if he can make this perfect. I really don't. And he's got to get this cue ball against the rail and shoot past the 9 and stop the cue ball on the 9.
It looked
nope,
like
he thinks he can make it.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to make it without rubbing the 9, but
yes.
It looked like he could have just gone forward and just play it and, you know, call a referee over there. But
well, you'll see.
In this case, no, I'm saying that if he had gone to the other spot, but now he's going this way, the 9 shouldn't move at all.
And he hit it perfect.
And he was correct that he could make it without moving the 9.
He does. He's one of the best at taking a look at a shot, figuring it out, and then just showing you that he got it figured. Just doing it.
He's going to run this too far.
Yes, he did. Hold up.
He should make this, but you know, the rails go long here. I mean, so he's going to just punt this in ball, this ball, and they go 2 rails right to his pants pocket.
His pant. He's cutting that so
All right.
short. Yeah, that's fine. Oscar takes the lead instead of Alex taking the lead there.
A big time unforced error by Alex.
Yes. That's 6 ball. That's 7. Was it 6 or 7? 7 ball.
6 to the 7 was
6 to
where
the
he
7.
really started it.
Play big, and he really wasn't that far out of line.
No. It was out of line in the sense that it was not close to where he was playing.
Yes.
And it plays in your head. I mean, it affects all of us. See, I just put Alex and me on the same level.
Don't tell Alex that. Although he'll go with it and he'll just laugh. You know, one of the funny things that I had the pleasure of playing Eklund, Kachi, and Phoenix, and yesterday after the match, I walked up and said hi and was talking to him for a little bit, and so he says, "So what are you saying in the booth, that you can beat me?" And I just kind of chuckled and I said,
"Yep,
I'm not that dumb."
Meanwhile, Oscar with another big break, and the 1 ball went down, and he still sees the 2 ball. And this break is so good that he could actually make every ball except for the 10 ball. That's what you want.
Well,
not exactly a hanger, but professionally, he should be able to negotiate this.
this is
Yeah, that's.
his bridge
That's the
here
line.
isn't the most comfortable. Well, actually,
He's right-handed.
I'm looking at. That's what I was saying. I said I'm looking at that from a left-hander standpoint. Sorry, you caught that real quick.
Of course. Ah, boy.
It wasn't most comfortable for a right-hander either. He's going to be okay
He's
though
gonna be
because it's
okay,
coming
but-
down. Oh, he can see it. I think he can cut it in the side. But where will the cue ball go? Does it hit the 9? It looks like it does. If it hits the 9, he doesn't have to have an open shot on the 3. That's a tough cut.
Very tough cut.
That's a
especially
tough
looking
cut.
like this.
From this angle, it looks a lot tougher than it looked on the last angle.
He calls the side. That tells me he's playing it off the 6 ball. And he did play it off the 6 ball, and it didn't go in, but it was difficult enough that he couldn't just thin it right in.
Yep. The Big O looking things over.
Well, if Oscar makes this, who negotiates this out, he could stretch the lead to 2 games.
Over the line, 2-game lead over the line, an alternate break format.
He's coming right into the 5-10 business. Oh,
He's going
what
right
a
between
shot.
the that was awesome.
Fantastic shot. Now, if he's straight enough, he's either got to be straight enough or angle enough, but it can't be in between where the cue ball moves but doesn't move enough, because it's been short a few times now. Good job. Got to stare down this angle here. All right.
It looks like he's coming around an 8 ball.
Yes.
Yeah, straight on.
Good job.
This lay's pretty nice.
Well, if he's going back and forth, again, those upper rails there, the positioning has been confusing. Looks like he's going to dig and spin one. Good shot. Don't get too far. But no shaking his head, so he likes it. Do you like to come off the rail here or just draw it
No,
up
I'd like
a little
to
bit?
stop it if I can. Oh, he can't stop it.
Can't stop it, so
So he'll
just to the rail. He's got to keep an angle. He's liking this. Oh, yeah, he played perfect pattern
That's pretty
there.
much it. Yeah. That came in real nice. Now, right where his body is where he's going to come in with the cue ball. Right there.
Second diamond. That shot, George, is so standard. It comes up. It's the bread and butter shot, you know.
It is.
Everybody will play that with a hair of outside English or more, just to get through the center table into the second diamond. That's the baseline, right? More English goes to the first diamond, less English goes to the diamond high.
Well, just keep in mind when you use more English, you steer it more to the corner pocket.
The cue ball.
Yeah, the cue.
Correct. That's why I say a little bit more
Yep.
gets to the first diamond.
Yeah.
And everybody should know that shot. I mean, that's such a bread and butter shot.
Well, let me just say, everyone should practice that.
Everybody
shot.
should practice it. Everybody should, and everybody should play
It's
position
important
for it too.
Yeah, it's
you
very
know.
important because when that ball's down below the spot there, it can be tricky getting to it. And
Right.
when you can come across like that with that kind of confidence and find the middle rail, you'll be real happy with
You
your
will
results.
win a couple more games per race to 10 than you wouldn't have.
Probably. 'Cause
Right.
It probably does come up at least two
At
times
least
in the
two
race to
times,
10.
if not
Yeah,
more.
comes up a lot.
Alex
He's
makes
straight.
a pretty good break and has a shot in the one ball.
Yeah, look how nice this rack lays out, and it starts with a shot to the
Almost.
side. Just follow, come up. It's.
Well, let's see how he does here.
Yeah.
The angle from the 2 to the 3 is probably wins this rack. He may have to go all the way to the side pocket for this 2 ball. No, he's okay here. Yeah, he had a better angle than.
He's going to have a hard time holding this ball for the 5. He might come all the way down and shoot it in the side.
Yeah, it almost sounded like a miscue because the cue ball didn't. Yeah, see, he must have something like that. See how hard he hit that chuck. He chunked it a bit, I suppose. Because now he can't spin to the rail. The 8 ball is big. He could still do it, trying to hold that angle. But I don't think he is. I think he's just going to hit it up and down. I missed it.
He's going to hit into the rail. Yeah, safety.
Safety. Yeah, he went up and down. But
He got a safety. Yeah, when he didn't get good on that 5, you could tell that maybe he wasn't going to be happy with his results.
yeah.
We got a nice crowd in here today, Griffs. Got
Yes, we
got
do.
some
Yes, we do.
spectators.
A lot of spectators today.
Well, it's Friday. It's Friday, and word's out. And the second day of the U.S. Open. We've got tomorrow and then part of Sunday. I think the.
What day's today, George?
What is it? It's Friday, isn't it?
I'm okay if you're right, but I have no idea what day it is today.
Vince?
I would have thought it's Thursday.
Okay, guys, I'm retired, by the way. So every day
Every
is
day's
Friday. Happy hour
Yeah.
all the time.
I live where people vacation, so every day is vacation.
Now you guys know exactly why they pair me up with Freddie Agnier. He keeps me in line and tells me what day it is.
I know when things don't sound right, these bells start going off, but I don't know exactly what they mean.
I guess I'm already thinking I've been here 2 nights, and so I think it's Saturday or Friday or whatever.
Oscar with a
Meanwhile, Oscar
very
says,
clean
I
job.
just
Yeah.
jumped that ball, and I'm not going to get rewarded.
no rewards. This is going to be one of those odd things to say, but Alex shoots this shot better than anybody in the world. It's a long, straight follow to a position crossing the line, and like the ball does things better. Corey Deuel does the shot well also, and it's so simple to say that he does it better, but he does.
Well, you didn't do
Oh,
that
the
one
ball
too
roll-
good.
Did
You
the ball
didn't-
roll
no,
to the left?
No,
No.
it went there to begin
It
with.
went there to begin
Yeah.
with. All righty.
He hit it to the left of the pocket just a hair, and
Well, I was talking about the cue ball, how good he hits it. Forget about the object ball.
no,
that's the
that
run.
you know. Well, the thing about it is, if you pop that shot, you'll have more success. When
Yeah.
you roll that shot,
Things
stuff
can happen. Things can happen.
Opportunity for Oscar. Big opportunity for Oscar. It's a big game for Oscar. Take 2-game lead here. It's a couple of uncharacteristic misses by both players.
Yeah. Well, Oscar had a jump shot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Has Oscar actually missed a ball? Yeah, he has, but nothing.
Yeah.
Alex has missed more, I think.
Yes, he has. He's put a couple of balls. He surprised us a couple of. That's the second or third time he surprised us with a.
Is our score
Chunky
correct?
shot.
Didn't Alex just break? Yes.
Aha.
Yeah, when you said that
A
to
two-game
take
lead,
for the
yeah.
game again,
Yeah.
more bells went off.
Well, and I'm glad because I'm looking at the monitor. That was
Yeah.
perfect.
And now, after all that, Oscar himself chunked a draw shot, went nowhere with it.
And
so
now
looks
he's come with a
playing
good.
safe.
He's come with a good cut shot. He's.
I guess he's banking at it, and it's going to be long, so it's
I-
two-way.
I'm surprised.
Two-way. The angle must have sat much more severe.
It was tough to get on the 8 if he cut the ball. Yeah, it was tough to get on the 8. He didn't have much to.
Yeah.
He couldn't be running the cue ball around.
Oscar a little bit upset there because he really had an opportunity to put the
Mhm.
screws down.
Yeah, go for a 3-game lead. Did I count that one right?
I think so. I think so.
I'm getting better at math, guys. If I keep hanging with Freddie, by the time this is all over, I'll know how to use the calculator.
Another jump shot coming up, I believe. Unless you just kick at this, but you'd be kicking it up table into the open.
Open, yeah. there's
Open to the
nothing.
open. You're
The only
kicking
ball
to the
that
open.
the only ball that can help you is the 9. You can't really depend on
Can't
the 8.
depend on that. You can't
because
depend on the
it's-
9 either. You're just
No,
kind of
no,
hoping. So
no.
jump shot for.
And we've got a
As soon as I say that, he's not jumping.
doesn't get the short cue.
No, I thought he was going for
He
it.
got a different cue.
Oh, okay. So he's
He's
doing
got
a
a
long,
different
kind of
cue.
like a long
Yeah.
jump.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Then he's going to try to cut it in. Cut jump. Jump cut. Just fantastic start. Oh, I thought he made that ball, but even the fact that he was that close.
Well,
Not exactly.
done good. He's done good.
This ends up being a professional shot.
This is
Jacked
what
up.
you call a sneaky save.
Yeah.
It will work against guys without a great stroke.
It's going to work against
this man right here?
A lot of people.
I don't know. I don't think so.
But Alex has now missed like 3 shots, so you got to be thinking about
Yeah, but
that.
just watch what he does to get comfortable on this shot. He does this very well. He takes his time, and he doesn't even try to pull the trigger until he's very comfortable over the ball.
Oh yeah. Whereas I would have already pulled the trigger no
Yeah,
matter. I
and
mean,
yeah,
as uncomfortable position it would be, I'd already thrown that position. I've thrown that stick out there and whack that 7 and take what I get.
He's playing
Played
safe,
safety.
regardless. But see, you
Get up there.
would have done what I call you would have already stabbed that.
Yeah, I
ball.
would have stabbed at it. I was just completely stabbed at it.
You kind of lose
Miscued.
patience.
It would've
Believe me, a lot of people do it.
Good safety, end to end. I mean, the best you could do from there.
Let's see what Oscar does here. He's going to come up, trying to get behind the 8.
I think so.
I also like kind of just going off the left side and putting the cue ball up by the 10. And watch your speed. That then the 6 should bang to about where the 9 ball, the same height of the table from the 9, and you might get him with that. All depends how well you hit this ball. That's the whole thing. It looks easy.
Are you saying that he's going to do a side-to-side safety? I thought he was banking up table to the 8 ball.
He probably is. That's what he looked like. But I'm saying it wouldn't be a bad shot to side-to-side
Yeah,
safety.
which is
Kind of like
sort
this.
of like that, right?
Yeah, kind of like
I
that.
like
Yeah.
that. I like that. Trying to get on the 10 ball. Got a lot good going here. But how does? Looks like he can bank this ball now.
I'm not sure.
He's just on the.
Doesn't
no,
look like he
can't-
can go
no,
by
he
the 9.
cannot bank
No.
it. Cannot bank it.
He
Spin.
just called it over there.
He's
So he must be.
spinning.
He's doing something, but he called it on the left-hand
Yeah,
corner.
With that much spin on it, he'll probably go wide. No double kiss. Except for he double kissed it right in the face.
But look where it ended up. I
End
find it funny when we're doing stuff sometimes. Like you just said, no double kiss, and doink, there's
I
a double
mean,
kiss.
He couldn't miss that double kiss apparently. Well, he tried to spin it in there and he barely hit the ball, so the ball, the 7 ball wasn't moving anywhere anyway. It looked like if there were no 9 ball there, the double kiss was on. He was right on the spot.
See what
Right on
Oscar
the line.
does. I don't think he's banking the ball.
See what Oscar's doing there? He's looking, but he didn't like look with his face. He kind of looked like with his eyes, like he didn't want the gods to know what he was gonna do.
Well, he's just called a double rail. He's called a 2-banker.
The double banker, the double bubble coming up. And this looks...
And it's called a double sellout.
Sellout. This one was...
And Alex will put this in his bag. He'll get his cue out of his bag and come at this shot with everything he's got. He'll say thank you.
For players who don't shoot this hanging ball very well, you know, if you hit this with like a half ball, that side pocket starts getting big.
Side pocket.
See that?
Is
It
that the
gets
one you were
big,
talking about?
Boom. You know. And if you looked at Alex's body language, he didn't like it coming off that cushion the moment it hit.
Yeah. Well, the natural angle takes you to the side.
Tight side
And
pocket.
you called it when as he hit it. It takes you right to that side pocket.
And then if you hit it like with quarter ball, it takes you up to the corner pocket. Yeah, he's struggling. That was the long off the end rail shot there.
So the answer to that, it would be to hit it with a lot of inside English and don't go
Kill
that
it.
way.
Yeah.
Up and down.
Yeah. Again, he's got to watch his speed back down. He might as well play this for the side pocket.
You mean like he did?
Just like that. Guess there's no way he wasn't playing that for the side
No,
pocket.
he was-
He was playing side pocket all the way.
Yep.
He's got to breathe a sigh of relief here, Alex will. Three to 4. Alex trying to figure out this table. Oh, we're getting down to it. All these matches going on right now. Fantastic field right in front of us. Jeff DeLuna in the house.
In the house, the bull.
Tell me again, George, who's playing right now? I see Ronnie Alcano over there.
Yeah, Ronnie Alcano. Dennis is playing Sean Wilkie, I believe.
Dennis
let's take a
meaning
look.
Dennis Arculio.
Dennis Arculio.
Dennis Hatch finished up his match.
Okay,
That was
matches going on right now. On the winner's side, you have Corey finished,
Fantastic.
Rana's finished. Here we go, Dennis Arculio and Sean Wilkie.
I see Torsten.
Torsten has he doesn't play till, well, he's playing at 1 o'clock.
It looks like
They
he's
didn't-
playing some.
Ernesto Dominguez. And then Alex playing Oscar, Ronnie Alcano playing Ian Costello.
Oh, right in front of us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Another big break by Oscar. I mean, he's hitting the balls really hard, and we have a microphone right on the on the table, so
close to
you
the
can
table.
hear how hard he hits them.
You know, it sounds like a sledgehammer.
He's hitting them hard. You know.
Sounds like he's hitting the slate with a sledgehammer. I'll tell you, one of the things that, a little story, I guess I can come up with a little story. When Rodney came over to my house one time, he's breaking on pretty much brand new cloth on the table, and you know that ball's coming down, whack, 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 and then after about maybe 10 breaks, I look at the middle of the table and I see all these dots. You know, like when you hit the table, or
Sure.
You see all these. I said, where'd those come from? Has somebody been jumping on on the table?
No.
And that's where the cue ball was landing after hitting the rack.
Landing when you're
And
breaking the rack.
it leaves spots all over the middle of the table. You
That's
know,
right.
and you're sitting there going, and I never realized the balls did that.
Yes.
Not till then.
All the time. 4-ball lays kind of funny here. It goes to the side, and there's a big 8-ball in the way. So does he slow roll this with an
Play it in the
inside?
side?
Oh,
No,
he's
he
gonna
comes
play it
over and
there, so
plays
he
in
had
the
good angle there. Needed to see the rest of the table.
He's perfect. Comes up for this ball. He's in good shape here.
Oscar's playing with the Rebo shaft. He's loving it.
You know, I've seen a lot of players play with that shaft.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's got to be something to it.
Yeah, and he's not sponsored by them, so he loves it. Very nice. Oscar's playing really well. He always plays well anyway, but he's playing really well.
See, there's his, you know, I just realized on the back of his shirt, the big O. Look, 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 look. See on the back of his little smile, the big O.
That's funny. Came up funny off of that cushion. He used a little inside English.
Well, the big O is not liking this little 7.
The English has been taking a little bit more off that end rail.
Mm.
So now he's out of line. Just slide this in. That's really nice. Nice shot. Considering from there you have to kind of slow pedal it with a little bit of outside.
He's got to kill it. Oh, as I look around the crowd, I just see. I'll tell you one thing. You don't want to walk in this room. I think I said this yesterday, and say,
Yeah.
Anybody want to play for 5,000?
That's right. You're the fish walking into this place. I mean, we're in Las Vegas to begin with, and
who could walk in here? Did I hear somebody say the shot's skidded?
it may have. I didn't see it, but somebody did say it.
Yeah. How many players could walk in this room and say, I want to play for $5 grand and not get action?
Yeah, because like half the room is going to raise their hand.
Yeah. It's okay. I would never walk in the room and say I want to play for $5 grand, so don't worry about that.
Alex has been breaking pretty solidly. Not nearly as hard as Oscar, but still pretty solid. Pretty solid.
8 ball on the side.
That's what you
3
want.
ball.
The 1 ball is not going to like him. Safety coming up.
You know, some people would think with the alternate break format at 5-3, they'd start feeling a little safe against the lion. You're like a giraffe or a zebra.
Oh, Alex won the 8-ball event, U.S. Open 8-ball last year from way down.
Oh, I remember that match very well. We thought Shane was going to have a two-peat
That's right.
of winning both the 8-ball and the 10-ball, and Alex stole that match from him.
Right on top of the 4-ball.
Pretty, yep, sure did.
We have the police playing in the background. Oscar looks like he's going to do a little of a masse kick. Oh, he can actually thin off that. He can actually go on that side of the 1-ball. Wow. He is thin off the 1.
And he's
got to get up table on the 5-ball.
He got behind this ball.
Pretty good. Well, hitting this ball is going to be fairly easy. It's huge. And he calls up table.
Called it up in the corner, so that means he's going to try to hit the rail before the ball.
When he played the other corner, he called.
Oh, he called the other corner?
Oh,
Oh, I
he was
just
trying
saw
to hit it face,
Okay.
ball in the face. Well, now what does Oscar do? I think he can see the right side of the 1-ball. I don't believe he can see it full in the face.
So today is really Thursday.
It really is.
Ah.
Well, I think he got him.
Looks like he might have left the shot. All we can see is him on. No, he didn't. I thought he could see the ball straight to cut it.
Look at this shot. Oh, he got a little unlucky that didn't hit any of those balls.
That's a pretty creative shot right there.
Yeah. That ball went behind the 4-ball between the 2 and the 10, landed there. He deserved a little bit better than that, didn't he?
He did.
Every shot here is tough. Oscar will try to thin this ball in and hit something, I think. Seems to be using a lot of right-hand English. Let's try to get to the 10 from there. I don't think there's enough angle. Oh, he had plenty of ball to hit, to spin over there, so much that he hit the 2 ball.
And hit it to a place where he now has a shot.
He can shoot.
How to create a shot in one easy rail, with one easy rail, by Oscar Dominguez.
Well, if he can hold this ball, then he's going to be playing the 4 ball on the side in a couple of shots. Oh, that's dead straight. Maybe 2 straight. I don't think the 4 ball passes the 5 ball. Do you think so, George?
No, but the 3 ball goes right in the corner.
No, see, the 4 ball doesn't pass, so he's playing
Yep,
to the
he's
side
playing over
pocket.
here, sure.
Right on. Oh, he got a
That
good
helped
roll
him.
off the spot.
That's right. That's
If it kept on going straight, it would have been right on top of the 10 ball, but it hooked to the right. Gives him plenty of room for the stick, for the cue stick. You know, I said stick one time, and somebody was giving me a little bit of grief about it. Like, it's not called a stick.
oh.
I've written 70 articles on cue makers and cue sticks, but apparently I don't know what to call it. But I'm glad for the education.
It's funny how some comments can stay with you.
Good, perfect shot by Oscar. Solved this. You always like it that your end racks are kind of just stop shots for position. Don't have to do much.
Well,
You can shoot
usually
this
when you
anyway.
play good shape,
That's right.
that's the result. You're going to have nothing but stop shots because your pattern play is good. Now see if he comes across the table or straight down the table.
I would definitely think he's going to go across the table. But that's only because I saw the shot from above first.
Mm-hmm.
If he was closer straight in, he would have slid it down the table. Ooh, wiped its feet before he walked through the door on that one.
You know something? I don't care what player it is. I don't care who you are, as good as you are. When that does that, your heart just flutters. It goes, oh, shh.
Skips at least one.
And right now he's settling down.
U.S. Open 10-ball championship brought to you by CueSports International. We're here at Griff's Bar and Billiards, or Billiards and Bar.
Yeah. And it's the home of the U.S. Open Championships. 8-ball, 10-ball. Well, 10-ball's going in order. 10-ball, 8-ball, straight pool coming up.
And
Rio Hotel Suites and Casino, Simonis Cloth, Cyclop Balls, Acme Cases, Predator, 1080 Pure Chalk, and Diamond Products are all sponsoring the U.S. Open.
and Simonis Cloth.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar didn't hit that one as hard as he has been. I only say that because my ears aren't ringing. Looks like he's got a 1-6 combination.
45 players started this on Wednesday. No one's out yet. I don't believe anyone's played in on the one-loss side. So everybody's still in.
You know, I make a mistake on this kind of combination a lot, where the 1 ball would stick to the end rail and I don't bring the cue ball far enough out.
Well, that would be an amateurish mistake.
Exactly,
And Alex
exactly.
is and Oscar is no amateur.
No amateur. Yeah, he's got the table down here. As soon as I say that, he came up just a hair short. But I think he knows that something is different coming out down table like that than up table. So. Do you like just cinching this ball, George, and taking your angle on the 7 ball, or do you like kind of drawing it down so you can come and stay above the 8 ball from the 7 ball?
I like being able to speak.
Oh, yeah.
He's coming down. Oh, he's not. He's going to go forward.
Yeah, he's going forward to get
And
down
down.
there.
And now he'll just drop
Draw
to where
back.
he's at. Yeah. He can also come off the rail and come back towards it. Whatever you're most comfortable with. Off the rail. Perfect.
Really nice.
A little too straight.
Yeah, so he only has the option
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
going forward or
Just-
going back or stopping right here.
Just
Right?
stopping
Why
right
wouldn't
there
you
where
stop it right there?
Right where he put his hand is where he probably figures to stop the ball and give himself a little angle. Yeah, just right there.
And now he shot a shot earlier to position in that zone way earlier for safety, and he went long. Let's see what he does this time.
He's going 2 rails.
2 rails back and forth seems to be the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
He is going 2 rails back and forth. I know it's funny to
Well-
say, and it's not like, I don't think it's a jinxing thing, obviously, but it feels like if I remembered what happened with a similar shot before, he did too.
Well, you know, the one thing about that is Oscar got down on that ball, and he pulled the trigger on 1 stroke.
Yeah.
And that's not usually what Oscar does. Just watch his other shots from that one.
This is not a hanger by any means for Alex, and he's missed a few shots and been off a little bit. Perfect.
But you give Alex enough shots, and they're all going to become hangers.
Exactly.
He's going to play himself in a
Yeah.
stroke. So
Every
he's not
game,
out.
every game is going to be huge. But if Oscar got those 2 down, then it would have been 7-3. Instead, it's 4-6. And 4-6 in a race to 9 looks a whole lot better,
7-3.
less daunting than 7-3.
And what makes it less daunting is, of course, it is alternate break. And you said that, yeah. So making up 4 games is twice as hard as making up 2 games.
That's right.
See, I'm telling you, I'm getting better at the math,
I was
guys.
about to say that math sounds right to me.
I'm getting better at the math. Thank you, Freddie. Wow.
Oh, nice break.
Just the sound of those breaks. But did anything? I don't think anyone
Nothing
in.
went in. He hit them that one a little, maybe a little harder, and that corner ball, the second ball, second row ball didn't go in the side pocket.
Oscar's very happy here, and Alex is a little bit disappointed to break the balls that good and not make a ball.
Not make a ball.
It's you know.
This ball is easy in the side pocket, is it? Yeah, it is. Get out
Not
of there.
anymore.
Oh, boy. A little loose.
Whoa,
Got to stop, and it did not stop, I don't think.
I think he's okay.
He didn't shake his head, so it must be okay.
I'm not sure if he can hold it for the 3.
Well, even if he can't, the 3-7 combination is a hanger, so.
He hit this so
Just-
soft.
3, oh no, he even played on the other side. He's going to get a bump, and it's not going to be too bad.
Oh yes,
He
it
can at
is.
least make this ball. At least he's got a shot. Not a hanger. Not a hanger.
No, those combos are, you know, when they're a foot apart, they're just not hangers.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just an easy combo. It was lined up real nice. You know, you hear that a lot. And why'd you miss it? Not a hanger.
That word easy must not mean the same for you as it does for me.
Well, that word easy means has a very different meaning for Alex
That's
than it would for me or for you.
Alex can climb back into this if he just runs this out.
Mm-hmm. Now he's using his cue stick for direction.
In a second, he's going to be shooting a combination that's one of the most tricky combinations. I mean, that's not, it confuses a lot of players, you know, especially amateur players. This combination coming up.
Down the rail.
Yeah. Because there's enough distance that the 5 ball is going to be rolling forward and out, heading to the right if it doesn't hit it full in the face. If it hits it full in the face, it may go right in the pocket.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 choices, really.
Yeah.
And you can't just hit it so slow, you got to stroke it, right?
He wants to. He's gonna run the cue ball by these balls, yeah, just like this, yeah. To make sure that no matter where the 5 went, he'd have a shot.
I say if it hit Fuller in the face, it could have gone right in. This would have been a shot on the 6 ball.
Right.
Running up table.
On the wrong side.
Got to get the bridge or the. Does Alex use an extension? Going for the bridge. Even with an extension, this would be quite long.
No, but he'll play you this way with the bridge if you want to play him even. I think I've seen him do that. I saw somebody, I forget who it was I watched. They played every shot with the bridge.
That's a pretty common one for a couple of these guys right in here. Corey Doole's probably the best I've seen at it, but Ronnie Alcano could also do that with the playing every shot with a bridge. And for you guys who've never seen that, you're missing out. Another tricky shot here. You know, you'd think it'd just be so easy just to hit this ball and be anywhere on this 9 ball.
That is tricky right there.
Yeah. And he's good here, but one more revolution and suddenly you're back cutting the ball.
Yeah.
And he's got to come over in this one. Yeah, he does.
Over and back. Now some players try to hold that on that rail.
Oh yeah, and you're going to be halfway.
It's a tougher shot. It's a tougher shot. So you might as well just come all the way across.
With authority, that's the way to play it. And a lot of people who are ever going to get good at this game, when you shoot that money ball in the corner pocket like that, you have an angle. That cue ball's supposed to double double the corner and out, just like that. Maybe not as hard as Alex did it, but a lot of people try to like cozy it up, and suddenly they're losing their stroke, or the cue ball goes in the side pocket.
And you also want to make sure that that cue ball crosses the middle of the table.
Middle of the table, so it doesn't, so you're not going to scare the corner pocket.
And what do you call the middle of the table? You should know this, Reddy. I'm testing you.
What do you call the middle of the table?
No scratch line.
That's the no scratch line. You're right. That's true. If you come off the side rail and go right through the direct center of the table, there is no scratch. That was harder. That was the harder break. This time he didn't make a ball. So is it starting to rain in here or something like that? That ball not going in.
Wow. I think every ball in the rack went 2 rails. That's a hard break.
I think he racked himself because he didn't make a ball.
Well, you know, with the magic rack, if you hit them too hard, sometimes you don't make balls.
Sometimes you don't make balls. That's right.
You just don't make balls. I still, with the magic rack, I like breaking them just above medium speed and playing the 2 balls behind the spot.
Right. Into the side pockets.
With these guys, you know, I've watched Shane break, Mitch break, Alex, Oscar.
This is an
They
interesting
pound it.
push. Oh, okay. I was going to say it was an interesting push. It looked like he was going to push it up table, but he didn't, and he pushed to a long jump shot, I guess.
I think he's going to kick this, and he's going to try to kick the 1 ball back underneath the 210, 5-6.
Well, he's called it in the side pocket.
Just in case. I think he's kicking the ball. It'll be short of the side pocket, and it's coming down beneath those balls. He's got 5 balls to get behind. Oh, you got the cue ball down there. Came off it that way, and it leaked.
Not safe.
No, maybe not. Maybe not.
Oh, I have to believe that Oscar can make this ball. Really?
Maybe not. He's jumping it. He's got his jump cue.
If he's jumping the ball, he's jumping a quarter of the ball.
Yeah, he's jumping very little.
It's going to be behind the wrong side, but he's going to be able to see this ball.
He's going to have a window.
Absolutely.
Hello, 10 ball. No, he'll play safe. He won't play the 10. Oscar is so apologetic.
He's one of the best guys in pool.
Oscar is a guy that I would be very comfortable leaving the table and walking away and not worrying about him maybe scratching or doing something and not calling it. No problem.
Well, he looked down this 210. I guess he is shooting it. Doesn't look like he has it.
Did he call it?
He's gonna in a second.
Oh, he can't get to it.
Can't get to it.
He
Looks
can't
like
get
he
to
has
the
to
outside. Looks
bank the 2 and draw back to the 6 ball.
Either that or just roll up on top of the 10.
Yep. The other way that I'm saying is that he called the 10. He called the 10. But the other way I was saying was he could actually have a two-way shot, bank the 2 ball, draw back to the 6 ball, and be safe if he misses the 2. But he's playing the 10 ball. Jin.
That was a great shot. He earned that game.
Definitely earned that game. And 7-5.
This match is slipping away for Alex.
There's only
7-5. It's, you know.
There's only so many more games to go.
Well, let's say he breaks and runs this. He's at 6. Oscar breaks dry. Alex would be tied at 7.
Oscar just broke dry
He
a
can turn
second
around
ago.
real quick. So my saying is slipping away isn't really slipping away.
Well, when you're down 2, you can't trade games.
Totally agree.
That was one of those Captain Obvious sayings, you know. A little bit flatter. Made a ball. And no real shot, and he might be corner hooked for the safety. It's awfully close.
I'm leaning over here, see if I can see it past the corner. Yeah. Doesn't work.
It's a little more lean.
If you're ever doing commentary and you start leaning to see past the corner on the monitor.
On the monitor. You've
guess
completely
what?
forgotten where you are.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
All right, so he's not corner hooked. Looks like he's aiming up as if he can see this ball.
I'm making the 10 ball. I'm going for the cash.
Did he call it?
He should have.
How strange was that shot?
And I might be tempted to bank at the 10 ball right here. Because you can call the 10. If you miss it with the 1, your cue ball might make it for you. If you're crazy enough to shoot the cue ball at it, because you can scratch. You see the cue ball coming off the 1? It's going to go 2 rails to that side. Now, I'm crazy, so I would say that I would be playing this 10 ball. Let's see what Oscar does with this. This is where I learn. And maybe if I'm learning, then you guys out there can too. Of course, some of you out there play better, but that's beside the point. He's got 2 ways to play this, the cue ball and the 1 ball. The 1 ball.
All right, here we go. So, you know,
This would
the
be an
way
awful
he aimed
cheap
it up.
game.
I would think that he's playing the 1 ball 2 rails, but he just aimed up something funny here. He's made
There. See what, oh, look at this cue ball.
That
look at
is
this cue
not
ball.
right.
No.
That is not right. Oh,
Oh
my goodness.
my Lord.
Oh, that shot's got to go down in history. There, you were exactly right, George. He
There's
had
a
2
real
ways to
shot.
make it. Both ways would have made that ball.
Oh my.
That is brutal. That takes him to 8-5 if that doesn't happen.
If he doesn't scratch, yeah. That's a brutal roll.
How brutal is that?
That's a brutal roll.
I am absolutely stunned. That's as cold as it gets right there, folks. He banked the 1 ball. The cue ball 2 railed. I was actually thinking he 2 railed the 1 ball and banked the cue ball, but he did it the other way around. So the 1 ball had, yeah, how the heck did that get there? Yeah, the cue ball had a lot of pace.
The cue ball came off the 10 and went right to the corner
Yeah,
pocket.
because the cue ball had so much pace. I thought he was going to 2 rail the 1 ball into there and have the cue ball come across, but then the scratch would have been on because it would have been out of the way.
Oscar
So,
feels like he just got stabbed in the heart.
why not?
Because otherwise,
He'd be on the hill.
he's on the hill.
So now Alex shakes that off and
Well, the
going
Mosen,
about his business here.
he's got new life.
Absolutely.
Alex has new life here. He just escaped a big.
That's no good here. He didn't like that.
What do you call it? What did he escape? He escaped the guillotine.
He did.
He was pretty much handcuffed, and
And the cue ball took
Second
a long
place.
time to scratch, even though we all knew it was scratching, but it took quite a while to get over there. So for about 5 seconds, Oscar was on the hill.
Well, for about 5 seconds, Oscar was in pain watching the ball roll.
Yeah, that's true, because he knew it was a scratch all the way
Yep.
at that point.
Yep. Well, Oscar might not have been, but I was. I watched that ball and I said, it's gone.
Is he too straight here?
He's pretty straight.
He's digging at it. Draw it straight back to him. Oh, Alex has got to stand back up after that. Very nicely done, boy. He hit that pure.
Well, you can see a pep in his step now that it wasn't there prior to that shot that Oscar scratched on.
I mean, he has new life.
Playing with that Carmelli cue, brand new one he just got.
I love the way
Alex
Alex goes through the cue ball. I'll call that one a stun draw shot.
And instead of hill 5, we're looking at 6-7.
6-7, Oscar to break. Well, I hope that didn't affect Oscar too much.
I don't know, how does it affect you when they stab you, when you
Oh,
feel like
boy.
you just got stabbed in the heart?
You know, a shot like that gives me headaches because I'd be sitting in my chair shaking my head like, how in the world?
Why me?
Why me? Why me?
But you know, you can't go why me. That's just it. Because it's geometry, which has to do with math, which you should be able to figure out, Freddie.
That's right.
Next time, give him the right equation so he doesn't scratch. All right.
Okay, as long as this 3 ball doesn't get him, because if it does, that'd just be yet another heartbreak.
Well, he's made a nice break. He's made 2 balls on the 2 balls on the break.
He sees the one.
His hardest shot should be right here, because after that, the way the balls lay, if he just puts the cue ball in the middle of the table,
yep,
yeah, he should be in good shape. Position won't be anything out of the ordinary.
Easy. He missed them all out, so cue ball's running away from him. There's a slight back cut here.
Well, this slide back cut
Could get him, right?
I don't know if he can kill it for the 3. If he has to go by it, maybe play the 3 up table instead of down table.
Obviously, he doesn't like
Yeah,
it.
no. No, he's got a pretty. Oh no, he's okay. From this angle, it looks good. He can, but you slow roll this ball, and funny things can happen.
It almost looks like he's going to be playing the 3 ball up table or into the side pocket in a second.
Well, both side pockets are
Blocked by something.
Blocked, yeah.
So he's got to play a combination.
I think he holds it. I think he kills the ball.
He's loading up with inside.
That's the kill.
With this kind of shaft, you can aim straight at the pocket.
And that's the
guess
kill.
what? You got to aim straight at the pocket.
Oh, he didn't try to hold it. He tried to go 2
Back and
rails
forth,
with
yeah,
it.
back and forth.
But if he hits it to make it, it goes into the 4. Because look where the cue ball hit, and he overcut it. It hit just above the 4. He doesn't overcut that ball. It goes into the 4. And there's a pocket behind it.
Everything is
Big
big at this
switch.
point. Everything is big at this point. His ball's nowhere. See, coming off that end rail, both Alex and Oscar have been a little off on it.
Well, where was he going with it? I mean, why did he go to the left side? It's supposed to be on the right side of the table.
I think he was just playing for the 3 ball in the bottom left corner, and it just runs so long because it was coming across the position.
I got you. Well, a little bit of a back cut, and he's drawn.
And he's going to miss the 6 ball if he hits it.
Yeah.
He might get away from him.
I'm just wondering if he's coming down using the bottom of the table or going to try to hold it up by the 9. you know, with draw.
Right.
I think he's going 3 rails with the cue ball.
Because draw.
Just like
the
this.
trap.
No.
No, he put the outside spin on there.
He's okay.
Not sure if he wanted to go between the 10 and the 6, but he did.
Mm.
And now he's forced to go up table.
Sometimes on shots like that, you just shoot it and say, it's okay. If I kiss it, I'll still be okay.
Alex is shaking his head more in this match than I think any match I've ever seen him. Good path.
Stop, stop. Oh, I don't think he's stopping. Well, let's take a look. I'm not sure.
Crawl forward. Yeah.
And we'll soon be tied at 7.
The line has come back. He's been down this whole match, and now it's tied, and he'll be breaking. Seven.
Alex is feeling it now.
Well, the finals of the U.S. Open 10 ball will be on Saturday, and we'll also start the U.S. Open 8 ball on Saturday.
I believe the first 2 stream matches will probably be the well, I'm not
semis
sure.
and finals.
Semis and finals, and then the 8 ball start right after. But on the floor, they'll be playing.
They'll be playing the 8 ball.
The stream table will have the 10 ball finals.
Well, this place is all full. I think every table is being used, and we got both the tournament. The deuces. Oh, it's spinning the other way. The 2 ball looked like it was coming right to the pocket, but it had a little spin on it. It was spinning the other way.
Just like the desert when it's not monsoon season.
Oscar with a safety on the 1 ball. Looks like the cue ball will be locked up on the 8 ball. I
Is
think.
he using Loctite? No, it's not locked.
That's
That's locked
there
up.
It's locked up.
That's locked up. He used Loctite.
Very nicely done. A 1 rail kick past the 4 is going to be very difficult, especially jacked up.
Yeah, thank you, Vince. It's Loctite. Good view of Alex looking things over. He looks like a mathematician studying a problem.
There you go. It looks like he's going for the 1 rail kick, but he's on top of this ball. It's always difficult to kick that quickly, that close to the cushion without coming up short.
It's hard to read the angle. Look, kind of
beautiful.
He says it's hard for you, but not so much for me.
Well, he made the hit. Oscar's got a good shot here to try to get out. The 5 ball and 6 ball pair are probably the toughest balls on the table, but the 5 ball goes. 5 to the 6, but let's see if he can get from the 1 to the 2 at this point.
He'll come over. Is he going to go between the 310?
I would have thought he'd just slide over, but maybe there's a slide right over on you. Missed it. He missed it. Well, a lot of traffic to go through here. He's shooting between. See, he grunted because he knows that he's having a problem coming off that end rail. Landed right, hit the 9, but he's okay. But he hit that 9 ball full in the face, and you know he wasn't trying to do that. 9 ball does go. Yep.
Is he going forward or reverse?
I think he just went to the wrong side that he can't do much going forward. From my monitor angle, it looks like the 10's in the way.
It does look like it might brush the top of the 10. Yeah, I think it brushes the 10.
He's just on the funny side here, funny angle. Might just draw this straight back to the cushion and back out straight in the 4-ball.
I like that.
He hits it so hard he gets back to the side pocket. Slow spin.
That's where I think
Here
you
we
wanted
go.
to go, Freddie. Although I liked it going to the corner because then you got to follow up and you can direct your 5-ball better, land on your 5-ball better. But I think he was trying to. He wanted to get out. He didn't hit it by his standards. He didn't hit it hard enough.
Great. I think he's killing off the end rail here. And I don't know. He got a lot that way. No, he did do the slow spin, which is what it looked like he wanted to do to begin with, but he aimed some other angles up there.
Hey, last call for the shuttle.
Yeah. You see the problem here. He can't hold this ball for that 6-ball all the way up, so it's either he's going to hit this hard or he's going for a bank. I guess back and forth. And yeah, not exactly a comfortable stance.
For all you guys attending the BCA World Championships.
BCA Pool League World
BCA
Championship.
Pool League, there is a free shuttle back and forth from Griff's to the Rio and back again.
About every half an hour or so.
So it makes it easy to come down, watch the pros play. It's almost like if they're staying at the Rio, so.
Tough shot here.
Made it look easy.
But again, he bumped in the 7-ball, which looked like he was surprised. And the BCA Pool League World Championship, a CSI event as normal. And we have so many players that are coming from the world.
Yep.
That it should be known as a World Championship.
And right along with the
Very nice
USAPL National Championships. Meanwhile, Alex has made up the deficit
And about to take the lead.
And to get on the plus side. And be on the hill, too, on top of it. Unfortunately for Alex, I think it's Oscar that breaks when it's not even.
Watch Alex do his thing.
Well, it's up to Oscar.
Yes.
Alex done his job. He's taken the lead. He's gone as far as he can go. I believe it's Oscar's break. And all he can think of right here is break and run, break and run, break and run.
And the shot on the 1-ball for Oscar is what spelled his doom on that one. And then Alex got a fortunate roll, making the 1 and crashing into a 9-ball sitting in the middle of the table, but got perfect on the 2, which was hanging in the pocket anyway.
Well, keep in mind that Oscar played a very nice shot pocketing the 10-ball to go 8-5, and instead it went 8-6. Or was it? He already had 6.
Right. You're right. It's a big bomb of break there.
Look at this. The balls are just flying. 8-2 on the break.
Does the 9-ball pass anywhere?
Well, it looks like it doesn't go by the 10 to the corner. It doesn't go to the side, bottom side pocket. So looks like he'll probably play the 6 ball and tap the 9. Well, that would you'd be sacrificing position. Yeah, you'd be sacrificing position on the 8. So no.
So
Let's see what he does.
well, he's got to make
Let's see how he
get from
solves this.
the 2 ball here. Slow spinning the 1 in the corner, 2 towards the ball that's hanging there. Yeah, perfect. He used it as a blocker.
Now see, he can't disturb those balls right here because he needs shape on the 4. Well, he was aiming to where a cue ball's going. If he hits the high side of the 6 ball, wow.
Yeah, I think he's just going to go up and down the table with the 8 ball playing big because you can only go so far. If you don't go far enough, you're back cutting the floor. If you go too far, you got to fade the 8.
He might decide to play this.
Pump this in the corner pocket.
Exactly. Exactly.
He's not going to shoot.
I wonder if he's thinking about playing safe.
Well,
is he looking for an out for the safety, or is he looking for an out for the 4 ball?
yeah, you know, I said all that, but that's the 3 ball
ball.
sitting there.
Yeah.
I thought that was the 5 ball. See how it looks orange from one angle?
Does.
But is it the 3 then?
No, it's the 5.
It is the 5. Okay.
It is the 5.
It is the 5, so that was correct. That he's either going to go in the side pocket and fade the 8, or just pump this 2 ball.
Yeah. That was the shot. He couldn't afford to swing that ball into the side pocket and run into these balls.
The
down
balls.
here. No. Couldn't afford that. But he's
now he's got an angle. He's just slow roll this.
You know, this is a shot that he might. No, he just. I would just slow roll this. I'm gonna have to give myself an angle on the 8 ball to deal with the 9.
No slow roll.
Harder shot. As a result. He's going to be on the right side of the 6.
Oscar is facing the hill here.
Yeah, he's looking at just if he gets just right on the 6, he can just bump it softly, and still have a good shot on the 8
ball.
and easy to get on the 9.
Well, by bumping that 8 ball earlier, he put it in a better position to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was going to brush. So now what?
Now he doesn't have the angle to just bump it softly. Killing me softly is not going to happen.
He'll be playing a carom off the 10 in a minute. The 9 goes high. Isn't that right? It looks like it goes high if you hit the 9 off the 10.
Would you consider playing safe here?
Well, I got to consider it, but I'd hate to. If you have to play safe, you play the safe on the 9 ball. I think he wanted to be a little more up table, right? Because he wants to be right there. If it doesn't go, then you play the safe if you had to, or
he's got angle to come to the rail and towards the 9. He's got angle for line shape.
Right, he has to come on this side of the 9 ball where he's at to shoot the 9 ball, either in the side pocket
or the safety.
Or the safety.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
This doesn't go anywhere going that way. See, I think he wanted to be a little higher in the cue ball so you can play that 1 rail across. Because he's gonna have to smash this ball. I think if he wants to come down to the lower left quadrant.
This ball is either kissing.
Yeah, if you were here, you'd do a force kiss on it. But that's tough action. If you had ball in hand, you might miss that ball. Well, Oscar's got a lot of composure because the rest of us would have been shaking our heads saying, oh, what in the world?
He's patient. He won't approach the table till he's figured out what he has to do. Yeah, there you look at this shot.
Oh, fantastic.
Look at this shot.
Fantastic shot. That's just too good there.
A very deserved round of applause.
He decided, hey, why don't I just whack into it because nothing else looks good.
Yeah. And just to get on the hill. Enjoying Alex on the hill. And then there's that helpless waiting for your opponent to rack and break the balls.
Well, the chances, let's just make this ball first. Look how small that side pocket is. Missed it. Missed it. Oh, boy. And did he get away with it? We had a beautiful angle. What a leave. What great camera work we had there, George. We were right down to see, and it looked like we could see
We
he was
have the
going to
best
miss.
production manager in the world right here. What do you expect us to have?
Big shout out to Vincent Rochefort. From France. La France.
La France. He's happy that France won the World Cup.
Yeah, for all you know, he doesn't even watch the thing.
It's okay.
All right.
Unfortunately, Vince, I was rooting for Spain.
Oh, that ball went. What a fantastic shot. Just a fantastic shot. Oscar is not going to be feeling good after this match. I mean, it got sort of taken away, and then that there solved it.
It
Got
was
a
stolen
slow
away.
roll. And
It was
Alex,
stolen
the
away.
Lion, gets through and on to the next. Oscar goes to the left side. Well, George?
Our next match will be
At
3
3
o'clock.
p.m. We'll see you then, everybody.
Habol mo, no? Lamang siya kanina eh.
Nice catch sa G's. That's the cooler there. Meron siyang kanina sa